Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a fun read aloud with you of the story Geoffrey Groundhog Predicts the Weather. Geoffrey Groundhog Predicts the Weather was written in 1995 by Bruce Koscielniak, and it is a very funny story, and I hope you really enjoy it. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it with you. Here we go. I'll give you a close up. There's Geoffrey right there on the cover. And we have a picture of Geoffrey in his burrow or his den, sleeping. Many groundhogs are hibernators. They sleep throughout most of the winter. You can see this is his den. Lots of tunnels, and it says, "Do not disturb." One morning, after a long winter's nap, Geoffrey Groundhog popped out of his burrow to look for his shadow. It was February 2nd, Groundhog Day. So you can see him popping out just to check things out. It's Groundhog Day. Geoffrey remembered what his mother had told him. If you see your shadow on Groundhog Day, go back to sleep, because winter will last 6 more weeks. If there is no shadow, spring will soon be here. So he needs to see if he sees his shadow or he doesn't. And if he if he sees his shadow, he needs to go back to sleep because winter is supposed to last a little longer. And if he doesn't see his shadow, it's going to be time to wake up very soon. And her sign says, "Home in the ground, sweet home." Geoffrey hurried into town to tell the newspaper that he had not seen his shadow. "So, no shadow, and spring is almost here, is that it?" asked Merton Moose. The story ran in the afternoon's Daily Gazette. A gazette is a type of newspaper. It says, "The Daily Gazette, Groundhog says no shadow. Spring has sprung." So he's telling everybody, get ready, it's going to start getting warmer outside. Within a few days, the weather turned warm. The snow melted and the ground thawed. Spring had truly sprung. "Predicting the weather is easy," said Geoffrey. You can see that they're having a spring tea where everyone's coming out and having some tea together in the nice weather. The following winter, Geoffrey dozed snug as a bug, dreaming groundhog dreams in his warm nest at the bottom of his burrow. So now a year has passed and he's getting ready to predict the future, the weather again. Again, it says, "Do not disturb." Toward the end of January, folks started looking for clues as to what Geoffrey might predict. And Mert and Moose are saying, "No, Miss Hen, you'll have to wait until February 2nd for Geoffrey's forecast." "Yes, Mr. Duck, we'll let everyone know if Geoffrey sees a shadow." Quack, 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 quack. So everyone's calling to see if Geoffrey has predicted the weather yet. As Groundhog Day drew near, television cameras and lights were moved into place around Geoffrey's burrow. This year, everyone would be able to watch the biggest, groundhoggiest Groundhog Day ever. It says TV news, Groundhog Day script, do not disturb, and all the at the TV store where they sell TVs. There's a Groundhog's Day special, 1 week only, rock bottom prices, the big groundhog sales, and everyone is excited because the local groundhog is a TV star. So everyone's excited to see Geoffrey and what he is about to predict all through the town. Geoffrey's handsome picture had been popping up all over town. Oh, I just said that. All over town. Groundhogger's jogging shoes. Put extra spring in your step. Read it in the Gazette. Groundhog Day. On the spot TV news. Watch for Geoffrey. Uptown Cuisine and Restaurant. Geoffrey ate here. Big Tooth Toothpaste. Who's that in Geoffrey's GH sunglasses? Geoffrey breakfast drink on the bus. So everyone in town. Oh, Groundhog Watch up on the balloon. Everyone in town is excited for Geoffrey to come and predict the weather. They think he's a real superstar of their town. Bright and early on Groundhog Day morning, everyone waited for Geoffrey. Anybody seen that groundhog? 1 hour passed. 2 hours passed. 3 hours passed, and still no Geoffrey? Geoffrey! Hello, Geoffrey! Called Merton. Are you at home? And so the Merton moose is yelling down the hole. Hey, are you in there? We're all waiting. Oh no! I've overslept! Groaned Geoffrey. He flew out of bed, dashed to his door, and made his appearance. So you can see he came out, he's a little sleepy, has some sunglasses on. Everyone is excited to see him. He's all over the TV and the news. Geoffrey! Geoffrey! Called Merton. What do you see? Was there a shadow? I don't know, cried Geoffrey. With all the cameras and lights and everybody crowding around, I can hardly see the ground in front of me, much less my shadow. The Daily Gazette. Groundhog doesn't have a clue. I don't know what I saw, says Geoffrey. Was there a shadow? Weather picture muddled. Moose Flats. At 10:05 today, Geoffrey Groundhog made his appearance and admitted he was foggy about whether he had seen his shadow. Groundhog Days? I just can't say what I saw for sure, says Geoffrey. So the news is saying they don't know. There's news and we're reporting it, but we don't know what the answer is. Now, things were really up in the air weather-wise. Nobody knew whether to bring out the golf clubs or the snow shovel. No one knew whether to wax their skis or their surfboard. And no one had a clue whether to plug in the electric fan or the electric blanket. All weather reports were canceled. So you can see some of these silly pictures. They have golf in their convertible in the snow. Do not bother the bees, but he has his winter mittens and his scarf on. He's trying to go skiing, but it's gotten warm, so there's not enough snow. Closed for the season. And then this guy wants to go surfing, but it's all covered in ice. And here we have, the fan is plugged in, but you can see there's snow outside, and he's saying, brrr. And then these guys are hot because they're all under the covers with their mittens on. No weather reports until Geoffrey makes up his mind, is what the TV is saying. Because everyone's so confused. Is it spring? Is it winter? What do we do? What do we wear? What can we plan for? Geoffrey, this is causing major problems, muttered Merton. We need your prediction now. Oh, all right, moaned Geoffrey. I'll have my answer by this afternoon. Extra! The Daily Gazette, late afternoon, special Groundhog Day edition. Geoffrey says winter. 6 more weeks. It's official, put spring wear in mothballs. In an exclusive interview with the Gazette, Geoffrey Groundhog says the fog of doubt has lifted. It's 6 more weeks of winter, no question about it, says Geoffrey. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, everyone was relieved to hear that Geoffrey had made up his mind. You can see the picture of Geoffrey coming out with his sunglasses and his golf hat and saying, nope, It's still winter. Go back inside. So, Geoffrey, could you predict that the winter will... how could you predict that winter will last 6 more weeks? Asked Rebecca Raccoon. No one was really certain if there was a shadow or not. Did you guess? No, said Geoffrey. Did you make a study of how weather works? Asked Sunny Squirrel. Nope, said Geoffrey. To be honest, I called my mom. On Groundhog Day, she always looks for her shadow, too. Whew, sighed Geoffrey. Predicting the weather is very tiring. I better get back to my nest for a nap. So, he doesn't know. He didn't see his shadow. But he did what he knew best. He called his mom and said, "Hey, Mom, is there a shadow or no shadow? Is there winter or no winter?" And then he called Merton Moose and got back in his nest. And that's exactly what he did. And his little sign says, "When shadows fall, sleep snug, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Love, Mom." The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story of Geoffrey Groundhog predicting the weather. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much. Your support really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, click the subscribe button down here at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I hope to see you guys again real soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.